I will need 2 pieces of identification.
Ah, yes. I have my temporary driver's license and my astronaut application form.
We are here. Our 16 truck. Should we go live at 8:30? We're only 4 minutes late. Only 4 minutes isn't bad. It's just 2 of us. It's just the one of us sucks dying.
I'm fucking dying. I'm dying.
It's not even what's up, Chuck.
No. I'm sweating. I'm coughing so hard. I'm fucking profusely sweating. It's great.
You go into the so now that Matt is not here, and I'm going into. You can go into the comments and start tattoo. What's up?
Because I can. Okay. Jesus.
Right. Let's go to. We're just gonna promo. Oh, there's 3 people live. Hold on. I think people are like, "What the hell? Are they actually live?" I had to miss last week. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Should I go live on the Locker Room Instagram real quick because we're not live on that. So
right.
Let's see.
Oh wow, I can see us live on Instagram because I have it pulled up right now, but it's kind of delayed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
This is like Inception, right? I'm
weird.
I'm live on Locker Room Instagram, and I'm live on War Stories Instagram. And Chuck is, where are you, dude? There you are. Hello. I can't even find it.
I don't know, where am I? I can see your camera.
I can't. No matter what I do, I can't get on the screen.
No, what it's doing is it's capturing the reflection of your camera on the screen.
I know.
I think we have the same camera.
Yeah. So Shannon Book, hey, come over to our YouTube or Shannon Book Music is what is checking us out right now.
Oh yeah,
Locker Room Pod. We should tell Shannon Book to come over to the chat on either YouTube or on the actual War Stories podcast channel.
He should come on the show and play a live song.
Play a live song, or maybe he could do a. He could do you. Sorry, you guys can't hear Chuck, but he's there. There he is, and then there's Fuzzy. All right, so join us over at Locker Room Live tonight. We're on YouTube and we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram under War Stories because we had more. I don't know. With some like Inception live. Snap. Oh, okay. So we're still live.
Yeah.
We were live in a live stream, Marco.
So weird how that happened.
I know. It was like the inception of live stream.
Oh my God.
You need a little tea?
Yeah. I'm in the south now,
Lipton.
Oh, brother, your microphone. You have your microphone is not working.
This one.
No, that one is not working.
Okay, stand back.
Mm-hmm. So welcome. Oh, there he is. There is Pinche Mateo himself. Matt and I are back this week.
I barely made it, guys.
I have the night off from. We're in the middle of opening weekend and closing weekend because our shows only run. They're 400 seat theaters. You get like it's not like those little community theaters that you're like 100, 150 seats where you could run for a month and have all your friends show up. This is like a 450 seat theater, so we only run for 2 weeks. In the middle of the month. Oh no, we're already shirtless. That's how.
Dude, I'm wearing a fucking shirt. Give me a break. It's a shirt, okay? It's a shirt. It's just hot in here, and I don't have a fan. And the AC
now I know that the show is going off the rails.
No. I'm just. It's hot, and my shoulders.
It's hot. Yes, it's hot.
Okay. Okay, I'm hot.
Okay,
not that way.
Let's cover. Where do you guys want to even start? I feel like we should go back to some old news.
I want my lap dance.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god!
Hold on.
This is what happens, Matt, when we
ask for a lap dance. You ask for a lap dance. Like that.
This is what happens when we're gone. For
I
so
haven't
long.
seen actual cash money in a while.
Oh, dude, that
Oh,
shit's fucking. Hey, real quick, I know Tom, you got mad at me last time, like 2 weeks ago, when I brought up the Down syndrome chicks, how they're changing and stuff, and they're on OnlyFans. I figured it out because I saw someone else comment on it. People are going and fucking making themselves look downs for fucking clicks and money.
What?
Using
Where
AI
is
to
this?
change their fucking looks.
Okay. Hold on.
Google that shit, bro.
I can believe that
was
because
like,
there's AI OnlyFans chicks on there that are they're like guys.
yeah, but they're just changing their face. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
changing their face. To
I know what you're
downsticks.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Which,
Oh my god.
remember we were like, dude, they're not the same. They're changing. They're not the same when I was a kid. They're different now. They're good looking, like gorgeous bodies.
It says, I don't know what this is not a reputable site that I can tell, but it says this music producer or this news producer Olivia Mustafa. She wrote this Thursday, April 24th, 2025. A network of Instagram accounts are using AI Down syndrome filters to share videos of young women making content with sexual undertones and providing links to subscription site OnlyFans.
I mean, are we surprised anymore by anything really?
Oh man,
Can't wait to jack off to this at work tomorrow. Oh my god.
odd. There's so many things wrong with that.
What to us or to the Downs chick that's using AI? That's a
There's
regular
nothing.
chick that just has
Yes. If you're
face.
using, well, first of all, if you're using a filter to make yourself look like you have Down syndrome to sell your content, what must you look like without the filter?
Right?
Oh, I saw one. So I did a little digging on this, and I saw
I'm sure
one, and
you
I was
did.
like, they're like, no, they showed the before and the after, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, like the girl, like before, like when as it's down, so I was like, okay, great body, but that like I showed my buddy, and he's like, dude, that's a filter, and then I went looking, and then I found the actual person, the I guess you would call the model, the fucking OnlyFans twat on there, fucking changing her face to a Down syndrome chick to get views, and I saw her, and I was like, she's actually really pretty. Why the fuck is she doing this? It's
Her dad
strictly
would
for
be so
money,
ashamed of her.
huh?
Dad could be more ashamed of her.
All right.
I'd imagine
I was
that-
laughing. I was laughing at the implication that she had a dad that cared.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Now
Okay.
I'm curious. Okay, so now let me just pose a moral question for me. First of all, we have talked on this podcast that we're not here to. Hey, Shannon Book, coming in hot. You
Bam.
made it.
Dude, hell yeah, he was listening.
We could send if Shannon wants us to send him the link. We can just throw him into the show as a guest. Shannon Book Music, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, if he
Shannon
sings
Book
a
is
song.
one of our former guests. He's a music star. He sings. He uses his music to talk about his issues that he has from his service. But here's the moral conundrum. At what point is consent consensual when it comes to this issue, right? So the question is, is it only Down syndrome people that are permitted to be attracted to Down syndrome people? Is that where we land comfortably as a society?
I'm gonna go by
or-
I'm gonna go by mental affinity.
Okay.
If she has the mind, if she's got the body of a 24-year-old and the mind of a 14-year-old, no, I'm out. But
But legally, where do we
What
stand?
about Love on the
That's-
Spectrum?
You know what I mean?
Okay, but that's my question. What is
Yeah,
the
but
cutoff?
Love on the Spectrum, they're both in the same boat.
yeah, they're both in the spectrum.
But here's the thing: can a person who's autistic fall in love with a person who's not? Yes, absolutely. It can't. But I guess, Mark, are you saying that it's based on cognitive ability? So
I mean, I'm just saying if she's down, I'm down.
I was waiting for
As
one
long
of
as you don't
our
have a
dumbasses to say
conservatorship,
that.
play ball.
I mean, I guess like like legally, if you're over 18 and you're like,
okay,
I
so
don't know
then
what
No conservatorship.
if you are a transphobe for not being attracted to trans women,
Right.
meaning men, are you a downophobe if you're
Downophobe?
not attracted?
Ooh.
And there, do you have to prove that you are in fact open and ecumenical enough to be attracted to a Down syndrome person that it's wrong for you not to be attracted?
What
Yeah.
I'm hearing is,
I
You see
what
this
I-
rabbit hole?
Yeah.
I think what I'm hearing is that everyone has a checklist, and everyone's gonna fuck a midget, a Down syndrome chick, a tranny.
Hold on. Let's
I
pump the
mean,
brakes on this. Though.
no,
Is it down?
have
Is it down? I
That's
was
what
gonna
I'm
say, is
hearing.
a
though,
Down
right?
syndrome chick that bad? They're always happy. They're always happy-go-lucky. They always have a smile on their
There's
face.
a
You
spectrum
got
of
a
Down
banging
syndrome,
body.
guys.
Yeah,
Really,
there's a huge
like
spectrum of
Down,
that.
like
Guys,
not
they're
everybody's kid from life goes on and can act and have an acting career.
What was his character's name? Corky, right? Corky.
there is an innate fear and a risk that we're all taking for granted.
That we're all what?
That we're all taking for granted. Look, it's
is
very simple. It's actually very simple. We all know. Actually, we all know about this. We all know about this. We know about, and we have met and went to school with kids. You know, at the time of kids, they had Down syndrome, and they
Yes.
had what we used to call R-word strength.
Retard strength. I'll say it. Retard strength.
Right, retard strength.
It's a medical term. Somebody who's on PCP has retarded chimpanzee strength.
Okay, so all right,
We're on
so here we go.
backwards.
So I'm just afraid that her retard strength will manifest in a different way
Oh, break your
at
dick
the
off.
wrong time,
Oh,
and you get alligatored. You know what I'm saying?
I would be more concerned if she
The
was
death
Asian.
spiral.
Okay.
I've always heard they have extra muscles down there.
I got a
there's wow. Look, I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that we're not
my
sure
God.
about,
Oh,
and we're not certain about. So I think there's some research that needs to be
Yeah.
done.
Can I give my hot take on
Downophobe.
this?
on a
What's up,
downophobe?
I'm sorry, I don't know if you
Here's-
guys already put that up. Sorry, I'm not going to touch the keys anymore. Now that Matt's here, but I didn't know.
Here's okay. We'll take it down. If you put it up, take it down. Here's
take it
my
out.
hot take on this. If you are a quote unquote normal man, right? Regular guy.
Actually mature, healthy.
Exactly, right? You got all your faculties about you.
Okay.
And you are okay with the fact that you are going to diddle somebody who, regardless of how many years she is over 18, acts like she's under 18, then there's a deeper fucking problem that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, you're the one who's.
So I think, like, yeah.
But if you're the Harvard educated guy with Down syndrome that Trump brought on stage, now I don't know if he was from Harvard, but he's smart as fuck. And
Well,
he's
then he better
fucking
lend
talk
himself to Victoria's Secret Down syndrome chick.
Yeah,
because
we're
they're
talking about
Down syndromes, and they need to.
Yeah, we're talking about a regular guy being okay with, like, has everybody seen the movie Gummo?
Oh,
No.
oh,
I don't think I have.
Gummo?
Dumbo?
There's a- Gummo.
No, Gummo, dude.
Gumo. Or is it two
no,
M's?
no.
Anyway,
Dumbo?
it's an indie film. It's like right in the same realm as that indie film Kids. But there's this whole scene where this guy is basically pimping out his Down syndrome sister. Like, guys are coming to the house and fucking his sister and paying
That's
money
fucking
for
wrong.
it. And
That's wrong,
she's
dude.
she's over 18, but it's like it kind of seems like that to me. Like, if you're okay with that as a man, then I hope I hope your circle takes care of you before it gets to one of us, because I just think that's wrong. Does that make sense?
Wow. Oh, fuck.
There it is.
It's fun to create our kids. She got no eyebrows.
That's not her.
He's got no
I was gonna
eyebrows.
say, she's not down.
She doesn't have eyebrows either. This whole clan doesn't have eyebrows.
This is all about it's a community in Ohio after a tornado.
They look
There she is.
incest.
That's her.
I mean, that haircut told you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They look
I mean,
incestual.
Yeah.
That's incest.
what is incest?
That's what they look like. Have you
These
seen
are
photos
actors,
of?
Chuck. This is not a
No,
documentary.
I know, but like you can make them look like that. Okay, fucking Robert Downey Jr. played a black dude. He's not really black.
I know, but
Well, he played an actor that pretended black dude.
They're making them look like a clan in fucking Kentucky or fucking Virginia, wherever the fuck West
No
Virginia.
worse than Deliverance. I mean,
It looked like
Deliverance didn't make the Appalachians look very warm and inviting either.
I'm just saying, dude. Like they
By the
look
way,
like
have
they're
you-
incestual.
Have you ever seen the comparison between Joe Biden and the kid on the porch?
Yep.
Playing the guitar.
Same
They
person.
look like same person.
Same person.
Same person. You haven't seen that, Chuck?
No, dude.
Have
it
you
sounds
ever
funny,
seen?
though.
Okay, first of all, have you ever seen? What I just said the movie Deliverance. Have you ever
Deliverance.
seen it?
Yes, but I don't remember it.
So that's no.
Well, I mean, I can see a movie, but not.
Okay, so here
The
is
name sounds
here's
familiar.
Dueling Banjos. Take a look at this kid in Deliverance and tell me who he looks like. I can't believe I have to do this, but I love it. Okay. So, Ronnie Cox from Beverly Hills Cop and RoboCop fame, lots of cop fames. He's playing the guitar, and there's a kid on the porch, and they're going for like a.
There he is.
This is a fucking alien.
They're going for a river trip, and they stop for gas, and this kid's on the porch playing the banjo. Look at this kid. This is where this is literally where the song "Dueling Banjos" comes from, by the way.
Ask him about his head.
Where's little that Biden pumpkin?
There he is.
Oh my god, it looks just like her. Holy shit. That angle was fucking put a wig on her. Him. Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
Joe Biden as a child.
that's so. When the campaign was going on, people were posting.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
I have a T-shirt in my T-shirt collection somewhere that I got way back in 2012 or 13 when I was on a little indie film doing picture cars in Clayton, Georgia, which is where that shit was filmed. And they sell T-shirts that say "Paddle faster, I hear banjos."
Yes, paddle faster. I hear banjos. There's
looks like
Sleepy
Joe.
Joe. There's
I thought you were
Joe.
saying
And,
Joe Biden. Bring up Joe Biden.
no, not Jill. Joe.
Well, they look like
Now I
those.
get why you kept saying wigs. Okay. No.
Yeah, but they do look. But hold on, Jill Biden looks like she could be Joe Biden's cousin.
Well,
They look
Jill Biden looks
incestual.
like she could be Joe Biden's babysitter. Oh, wait a minute.
That's true. She is.
Okay. So let's move back to again. Let's go back in time and talk about, ladies and gentlemen. I want to present to you the most accomplished, most brilliant astronaut in the history of astronauts. I cannot believe, you guys, this woman completed the astronaut program faster than any other woman has ever completed an astronaut program. You may have heard of her. I would present to you Katy Perry. So,
But would you do
here's
her
the
though?
thing. What's that?
But would you do her though? I would.
Not anymore.
I still hit it.
No. Not
Hell
anymore.
yeah,
It's
dude.
Crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'd tear that shit up.
All the girls are crazy, buddy.
So there's two controversies surrounding this. First of all, Matt, if you are in the Navy and I am not,
Mm-hmm.
and I somehow manage to get permission to get on the ship that you're on and be present while that ship travels from San Diego to San Francisco to from naval base to naval base. Okay.
Right.
So hypothetically, I'm going from San Diego to Alameda, and you're in the Navy and that's your ship, and I manage to hitch a ride, and the captain gives me a guest berth for the trip. Am I part of the crew?
No, you're not a sailor. You're not in the Navy. You would have taken a longer trip than this dumb bitch did in space, though.
Yeah. Dude,
these women were referring to themselves as astronauts and crew members.
And that's actually a thing in the Navy. They're called Tiger cruises, and it's where you get to bring your family on board and you go for a little cruise.
Dude, that's what we did with you guys, man. We went out for like a month, got fucked with, got to sleep in fucking disgusting.
Except the Marines can say that they are a Department of the Navy.
But we're not Navy.
Oh, here we go.
That's the thing. We're not Navy. I would never say I was in the Navy because that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? That's disrespectful.
Right.
Everyone that came before me on that ship who went through Navy boot camp and did all that stuff.
When you say,
call themselves Marine, devil docs. You know what I mean? They're devil docs. They're honorary Marines.
Since I'm the civilian one here.
Yes.
Yeah. When you say everyone who came on that ship.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy came on that ship inside of a female.
Navy ships are long, hard, and full of seamen.
Oh,
that is a fact.
So now, have you guys seen? Have you guys seen the theories that the entire thing was fake?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you see? So far, the most compelling evidence I have seen is there are two shots.
When they open the door from the inside?
Well, no.
And then close it real quick.
Dude, cut it.
Wait, we didn't get the Hinkle.
You didn't see, did you guys? Well, so there's that moment, but there's also the ground. So they show you two shots live. They show you the capsule like floating down to the ground, and then they show you a close up of the capsule landing. And the grass and shrubbery underneath the capsule as it goes down from a larger height versus when it actually lands, not the same background.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was fake, but I don't think all the other Blue Origin takeoffs were fake. I just think that one was fucking fake.
Okay, so let me see if
I think the Earth is round and there is an outer space.
Yeah,
nobody's debating.
They went to the tip of it for
just the tip.
The whole ride was 11 minutes, right? So they were in like
the lower atmosphere.
They were on the edge. They were on the edge of space for 4 minutes, I think, is what it was.
Right.
4 minutes.
And they weren't even in space. They were in the upper stratosphere.
Well, they were in the lowest part of what you could call space. Like that's where like
part of what you could call atmosphere. Maybe we're just arguing.
I mean, it's like that one. It's like the green zone between the two.
So so inner space, not outer space.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Upper part of the stratosphere.
But you can't call yourself an astronaut, really. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
You also can no longer call yourself an environmentalist. I don't want to fucking hear it out of any of those fucking dumb twat waffles mouths anymore about fucking the environment and fossil fuels and blah, 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 because there was no good goddamn reason to use that amount of energy to go up just to come down and kiss a goddamn flower in a little patch of dirt.
Yeah. And my favorite meme was the meme. The guy had the disgusted face and it said the astronauts that were stuck on the space station for 9 fucking months. Katy Perry kissed
yeah.
Yeah. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. But no, just keep in mind these broads, these are all the same ones that tell you to buy an electric car and save the environment and blah blah blah, and burned up all that shit just to go up there for a photo allegedly go to space for a photo op.
Before we get into these videos, I have a question, Matt, since you're here and we haven't had you here and I wasn't here last week. Theoretically, if your buddy is headed down a path where they've done things before, and they've done things before, should you tell them, hey, we've done that before, let's move on, or should you just grin and go along with it like it never happened?
How many times before?
It depends on it. I'm going to say there's factors here. Depends on the buddy. Depends on what the path is, and like Marco said, how many times before?
I mean, we
because I might be game for another ride of just let's see what happens this time.
Look, we back in the day we used to call it the roach.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chuck let me get so far into these videos. And
What?
Dylan's screaming in the chat going, we looked at these before. I was like,
Oh
"You
fuck
told me."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway. Okay.
I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought you were fucking with us.
I was not. Although it would have been a good
Because
Groundhog
it
Day.
happened because we've done it
Yeah.
during jokes where somebody said a joke and it was like a joke that was said before, like weeks before, right?
No, I get it.
So video, okay, ha ha ha, okay, cool. And like then the second one I was like, I don't remember if we did this one, but this kind of looks familiar. But the third one I was like, he's trolling us. He's fucking trolling us. I'm like, he's trolling Chuck and me. I'm like, he's fucking okay. Anyways, yeah.
So how far do we want to go back at some of these videos? Because I don't know what you guys. I think the last thing we were gonna cover was there was Marco sent a video about people saying that don't knock puppy play until you've tried it.
Puppy play? What the fuck?
It was the further. So like because we all saw the snippet of the one dude of the telling the other dudes like roll around. But then like there's more, and then there's like the whole parade, and found out this is like in Belgium. I think
that was just
Belgium.
a couple weeks ago that we talked about.
Yeah.
There's a whole parade.
Yeah, there's a whole parade about that there.
Well,
yeah.
At least there was a walk. I can't say there was like an official parade, if you will, but it looks like there was like a walk down the street of all of these.
That's crazy.
These things, and they're not furries, right?
No,
they're not furries. It's a different thing.
This is like they're wearing like leather masks that are obviously like they look like dog muzzles, and
it's like a furry walked into the Blue Oyster and came out that way. Okay.
It's like
I was just looking up that music. I was just looking up the song.
It's like leather.
For this.
It's like leather bound fucking things. Probably has a fucking ball gang.
You know the
really weird shit.
Chuck, you know the crazy thing is I was paying attention to the artistry of making those. Like those leather masks are gonna be expensive as fuck. Like there's an investment to this, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thousands of dollars worth of shit. I think they said
like,
that Japanese dog guy who wanted to become a fucking dog, like a Lassie dog, whatever the fuck that dog was called.
A collie. Yeah. He was a collie. Yeah.
He was a collie. I think that was what he said.
I saw that.
And I could have been wrong. It's like 10K.
Yeah.
Fucking thing plus 10K plus.
Yeah.
For that
and
fucking
he was all stuffed inside that fucking thing. It looked good though. I'll tell you, it looked good.
It did look like fucking Lassie. Like you're gonna. What's up, girl? What do you got to tell me? You know what I mean? Like fucking Johnny's stuck in the well. Let's fucking go. Like, dude. And another part in Asia, I don't know where, if it was in China, Japan, fucking Korea, wherever the fuck it was, but is in Asia somewhere, or is in India, which is I think is still Asia. And
yes, India.
It is.
Cool.
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm not fucking stupid.
No, you're good. You're good.
Anyways, math from Marines over here. Anyways, there's a whole zoo that they created that didn't do well. That's all fake animals with people inside of them. What the fuck?
Puppy Walk
gimps, dude. Those are fucking gimps.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where's the dog catcher? What the fuck is going on? What is wrong with people?
I don't know what bugs me more. That this is, first of all, this is Belgium, so it's not the U.S.
Okay.
So maybe there is a dog festival in Belgium that we're misunderstanding, but I don't think so.
I got to ask my
sure I
sister-in-law about
exactly
that. She lives
happening
in Belgium. Oh yeah, what the fuck? And to go back to the guy in Asia inside the dog suit real quick, can you imagine the horror and surprise to that family that catches the dog and goes to gut it and finds out because they're going to eat it, and they find out it's a person? Like,
I think they would just
horrible would that be?
Well, I think it would just be a small inconvenience of changing the recipe.
Right?
Jesus.
Fucking General Tso's fucking people meat, dude.
All right.
Like, Szechuan this dick.
I'm trying. Jesus.
Would it be soy?
Hey, we get that on a t-shirt.
Soy-reen?
Szechuan this dick.
Soy-reen? That's what we're talking about?
That on a t-shirt.
Hello, I want to make the soy-reen this weekend.
Jesus Christ.
You okay, Chuck?
Weird.
Oh! I went too far. Oh,
No,
I
you
went
did
too far.
not. You absolutely
He
did
dropped
not.
the retard. But I'm the motherfucker who went too far.
No. I thought that shit was hilarious. I'm just coughing, trying to stay away from the mic.
So
Sorry.
I also
I said soirine. I fucked up. I'm going back to my tea.
I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't discuss a certain judicial figure in the U.S. right now.
Which one?
Well, the one that's incarcerated. So this is Hannah Dugan.
She looked mad. She ain't got laid since
Well,
like 1984.
and she's not even like that's not even what she's mad about. She's so outside of the FBI offices, where a Milwaukee judge accused of helping a man evade immigration authorities. The case has escalated at a clash between the Trump administration and local authorities over the immigration crackdown. So Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan is accused of escorting the man and his lawyer out of her courtroom through the jury door after learning that immigration authorities were seeking his arrest. The man was taken into custody outside of the courthouse after agents chased him on foot. So you have a judge helping a man evade lawful federal arrest.
Yeah, that's
And
not
then
that's not blind justice.
The same crew that was out there chanting "No one is above the law" with Trump is now saying that we live in a fascist dictatorship because judges are getting arrested. You can't have it both ways, people.
Tom,
You
can I
can't
ask you a
have it both
question?
ways.
Did you see what? Oh, go ahead,
What?
Chuck.
I'm just going to ask Thomas a question real quick. If you were working on the job as a cop and you came to a call and it was a guy, maybe he beat his wife, maybe he didn't, maybe you liked the guy, whatever, it doesn't really fucking matter. And you decided, I'm not going to arrest this guy. I'm going to put him in the back of my car. I'm going to take him. I'm going to set him up in a hotel. I'm going to do whatever.
I'd be fucking fired.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. You'd be fucking fired.
fired.
Right. And you'd probably be popped up on fucking charges. Why is this any different? Why is there such a big uproar? If you had a cop do this with any fucking criminal, doesn't matter who the fuck it was, they would be fucking fired, and there would be zero uproar. They'd be like, fuck yeah, fuck the police. You did a good job. Fuck yeah. This motherfucker, same shit. That's color of authority. You have authority to put people behind bars and take away their rights. Yet you're gonna harbor a fucking fugitive. And knowing that ICE is after him, immigration, whoever the fuck is after him, and you're going to keep them from them and assist them in evading custody, you are now a criminal. You have just committed a fucking crime, and if it in a federal crime at that, like you're fucked.
Yeah,
we're not in a fascist dictatorship. We're in a fucking republic where laws fucking matter and your actions have fucking consequences.
No, not when the president can pardon his own son for 10 years worth of imaginary and or real crimes and nobody actually stops him from doing that. We don't live in this is a fucking banana republic, dude. Don't give me that shit. And I don't give a shit who we elected. The fact that a president can get away with doing that at all, and I don't give a shit from either party. Which brings me to the Pelosi Act. Have you guys heard about the Pelosi Act?
yes.
No.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Before we jump to the next one, while we're still on immigration and Trump, did y'all see what he did at the White House on the way up to like where all the media has to see?
Yes.
The signs.
I have a picture of this. Hold on.
Oh my God!
Did you see this?
A lot too. A fucking lot.
Yeah.
Did you see this, Marco?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay.
Dude, they're not fucking around.
Let's see if I have a picture of it. Yeah. So so you can describe it, Matt, if you want.
It's basically the drive that they have to walk up. Excuse me. Oi.
Oh, Matt's dying now.
That all the media personnel have to walk up to get into the media room, briefing room at the White House, and they have to walk by all these signs of all the people that were arrested and deported and their charges.
Right.
And That's just like the video they show the freaking plane load of people going down south, and they were all single men.
Yeah.
It wasn't like families and shit like that.
Oh,
But-
and you want to talk about some bullshit, dude? Talk about Rolling Stone has like we grew up when Rolling Stone was famous for like cutting edge interviews with Weird Al Yankovic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they were the Playboy magazine for rock and roll. They were able to get the cool interviews. Like famously Nirvana posed for the cover when they swore they hated corporate rock, and Kurt Cobain, being so punk rock, he wore a t-shirt where he wrote "Corporate music still sucks" while posing on the cover of Rolling Stone. That's the era of Rolling Stone that Marco and Matt and I grew up with, right? Now, there's an article from Rolling Stone that was not only pure clickbait, but was politics. Because the headline said that the U.S. Government deported children, U.S. citizens, children that are U.S. citizens who have cancer.
What are they in the Inquirer
That
now?
sounds terrible, right?
Yeah,
U.S.
horrible.
deports children with cancer who are U.S. citizens.
That's Rolling Stone.
What they do, this was Rolling Stone. What they don't tell you is that the parents were the ones who came into this country illegally, and the parents were being deported and chose to take their children with them because they are their children. And as anyone knows, if you love your child, you are not going to leave them behind. Now, that is not the case with some parents. Marco and I know chapter and verse. Matt, you know from your Irish and Italian roots, like there are plenty of people who put their kids on a boat with a stranger or with a distant relative and said, go have a better life and come get me if you can. And then they never saw him again. Right? It's not unheard of, but to say that we are deporting children with cancer when it's actually, no, we're deporting the parents and they're taking their children with them this is the kind of journalism that makes it look like you're lying. You're like, if you want to say that children with cancer are innocent victims of what's happening to illegal immigrants right now, I will tend to agree with you, but I would also tend to disagree when it comes to where the guilt lies. But you have to write it the way it is. You can't twist it to your own agenda, because yes, those kids are in a shitty situation, but it is not that they are being kicked out because they have cancer, and even though they're U.S. citizens, it is their parents' decision ultimately. I don't know. Am I like, that's the ultimate of irresponsible journalism.
I mean,
I think Rolling Stone.
Journalists on both sides, on all sides, we call it clickbait nowadays because of
right? Totally clickbait.
But it's clickbait.
But clickbait is supposed to be for like Bored Panda.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right?
Now it's
not
like
anymore.
even at
CNN can have clickbait. Like everybody
what's
does.
his name's
All
fucking
sides.
funeral,
All of them.
the
All of
Pope's
them.
funeral, where they
The
took
blue
that
suit
picture.
thing.
Yeah, the blue suit thing at the Pope's funeral,
Right.
and it's like,
Well, that's just, dude.
Guys.
That's false narratives, trying to push false narratives to the masses to try to get a coup started. Like it's just it's constant psyops, like on our people, and across the world for a group of people to control the masses through media using mental warfare. Like they've been doing this for fucking years, and probably 20 years from now, it'll come out just like the in the 20s or 30s, they started using altering weather patterns and things like that and flooded a whole town in California. And it didn't come out until recently. And there's a whole place in Utah, for the Colorado River, that they have a full facility where they utilize weather manipulation to seed the Colorado River. Now, you don't think that they've been doing the same shit with MK Ultra and all this other shit, and that's drugs altering your mind and things like that. But they've been using psychological warfare for fucking years. So what's to put it past people learning how to do that, because it's a learned skill set, Once you learn how to do that and you have billions of fucking dollars, you can utilize whoever the fuck you want by paying them money, giving them incentives to push certain things. Now our whole society is built off of clicks and likes, and the more traffic you drive to your page, doesn't matter what the fuck it is. And the media has been like that for fucking years. The more views they get, the more ratings they get, the better they do. And it's the same thing on the internet. The more clicks you get, the more whatever bullshit you get, the better your page does. The more traffic you drive there, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the society that we live in, and it's a big psychological warfare operation on everyone.
Well, and this is why I hate the 24-hour news cycle. I think first of all, I think news should be required by law to be reported neutrally, right? If as a police officer I was required by law to be neutral, I think you can say the media, if they are going to be the quote unquote check and balance, the fourth estate, right? Judicial, executive, and legislative are the three branches of government. The fourth estate, the fourth branch, is supposed to be journalists who are independent of those three, but keep those three honest because they report on what's happening. If that's the case, if you're going to hold yourself up to be that level, then you need to be held to that standard, which is that your reporting has to be completely neutral, fact-based. If you are giving opinion, you are not allowed to be headlined or put under anything as news. It can only be like the op-ed portion of the newspaper. That's the only place where any sort of slant, and if you can prove slant and it's not, then the paper's gonna pay millions, or the paper, look how old I fucking am. The website's gonna, you know what I mean?
Okay, I still say I'm gonna fucking MapQuest that shit. So it's okay.
So S.58 of the 118th Congress. This is the Pelosi Act, boys. Preventing elected leaders from owning securities and investments. PELOSI. It's in the name. The
So
Pelosi
amazing.
Act prohibits members of Congress or their spouses from
So
holding or
this is
trading
like
certain investments, i.e. individual stocks, or e.g. individual stocks and related financial instruments other than diversified investment funds or U.S. Treasury securities. Prohibition does not apply to assets held in blah, 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 blah. Blind trust. That's the deal. You want securities, you have to put them in a blind trust. I have been saying this for years. The fact that you can be in the government and voting on legislation that affects business and hands out contracts, and you can have investments in companies that are up in front of a committee that you're voting on, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, now we can see those investments through apps, specifically ones like I think it's like Auto something. It's where you can track.
I still don't trust that shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it just
no,
shouldn't be
it's-
allowed to begin with, though.
Shouldn't be allowed, period.
Then
You
there would
can't-
be.
Here's the thing. It's all public record. You can trust it. It reports after 45 days on certain
Dude,
people.
they know how to hide it because they have the money. That's why you don't. A guy who
What's
has a tax accountant is never going to be as crooked as a guy who has a tax attorney.
True. Was that act done in spite and named after her because she's so fucking?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
She's
that's
so fucking crooked.
also real quick. Dylan's gonna have a fucking aneurysm if we don't answer some of those.
No, I see them. I just don't.
He's gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Dylan, we love you. We see it. We'll get to it.
Yeah. So we always talk about the slippery slope on this show, and I think I have this one. Oh my Lord. The gun control debate, which we've talked about a bunch of times on this show. We've talked about, I mean, it's no secret that the people on this show are fans of firearms and the right to keep and bear arms. And, you know, I used to own a bunch of guns till they were lost in a tragic boating accident.
Damn,
however,
you too?
it was a shame. And the lake here is 1,200 feet deep, Lake Pend Oreille. They test submarines. Matt, you could get a Navy job up here if you want. They test sonar equipment in the lake. It's that deep. They don't even have anything that can go to the bottom of this lake. It's 1,200 feet deep, right? Strangely enough, I happened to be out on my friend's party boat. We were having a gun cleaning day on the party boat, and
As one does.
yeah, and just
We've all been there. We've all been
tipped
there.
over, and everything fell over, and
Shit happens.
oh man, it wasn't even worth making a report.
Yeah, those things sink fast too.
Sink
You're
fast
not
when you're
not
not.
diving after them.
Nobody's gonna go get it. So, and I didn't have insured, so it was just a sad story to tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted I wanted to backstop that with the idea that those of us who do enjoy our firearms freedoms, Marco, we've talked about this. The slippery slope of if guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns, right? And we've also talked about how it's not the guns, it's the people. And I would like to, and I would like to say, Marco, have we not talked about knives? Have we not talked about how if you get rid of nostalgia, guns, you're gonna If you get rid of guns, then you're gonna all of a sudden have people banning knives.
Well, look at the fucking the more controlled countries where they're having like stabbings and
you mean
fucking machetes and shit like that.
Well, now in the UK they're getting rid of pointy kitchen knives.
Well,
they're like, well, there's no reason a knife should have a point on it.
So here is
talk to any chef.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
this is the Matt teed me up like a baseball coach. This is Idris Elba. And Idris Elba is famous for being in the Green Lantern movie. Sorry. Idris Elba is famous for being the guy who guards the Rainbow Road in Thor. Idris Elba is famous. Okay, The Wire. I did enjoy Idris Elba in The Wire.
I mean, he was in one of the Star Trek remakes. He's been a ton of shit.
You'll recognize him. Idris Elba is a pretty well-known character actor. He was in a show on BBC called Luther, and he anyway. Idris Elba had this to say, and I
kitchen knives are perhaps 25% of the knives used in most of the terrible crimes. That's one of the stats in the films. And those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation. Okay. So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult, they're domestic knife. I do think there is areas of innovation that we can do with kitchen knives. I hate to say it, not all kitchen knives need to have a point on them. That sounds like a crazy thing to say, but actually it would reduce. You know, you can still cut your food without the point on the knife, which is an innovative way to sort of look at it.
Okay. I just want to point out that even without the point, I can grind a tip on that bitch and stab you.
I could fucking shank your ass in the neck with a number 2 pencil. So get the fuck out of here with that. Like, where does it stop? Where's the line? Where's the line get moved to?
Oh, it's
and tell me you've never broken down. Tell me you've never broken down steaks from a bigger chunk of a cow.
A hammer does not need to be heavy.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you suck.
Oh.
It's just reaching for, again, I think it's blaming the tool instead of the person, That's what it comes down to. It's we said it once, we said it again. It's not, guns don't get insulted. Knives don't get insulted. They don't have attitudes. Inherently.
It's a heart problem.
It really is. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just, to me, that's silly. Let's get rid of the points on the kitchen knives. Like, that's going to solve the problem.
Right.
That's going to solve the problem.
I've got a non-pointed kitchen knife I can fucking hack your hand off with too. By the way,
mean, listen,
the fucking cleaver.
I was going to say, you take a cleaver to that motherfucker.
I mean, axes don't have points on them.
Axes don't have points on them.
A lot of machetes don't. There's those round nose machetes, those jungle machetes. They don't have points.
They don't have points on them. Nope. Yep.
So
we're gonna out there fucking tactical tomahawking people now.
Right.
Although, hell yeah, dude, I'm all for that.
You can go old school prison and just put a couple of padlocks in a fucking tube sock, and I'll fuck you up.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna they're gonna like retard themselves. We'll say, "Hi, see, they're retarding." Come back. Look, they're gonna set themselves so far back that people are gonna be using blackjack and shillelaghs. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just gonna walk around with canes.
But with the Irish, I wouldn't put that past them. The Irish, they got the Irish right next door.
It's like treating the symptom, not the fucking, Well,
that's exactly.
not the disease. So, and that's just a classic case of that.
So, before we move on, I wanted to let our listeners know Matt, you're going to have to check our mailbag because apparently We had a listener in the chat send in a closer for Big Joke Energy. So, boys, we've got about 10 minutes left. So let's while we're talking, let's start getting our
jokes, dude.
Our jokes
Fuck.
ready. Yeah.
I'm not funny. I have to look this shit up. Come on.
So I have a couple of ones. Let's talk about the picture that nobody's talking about and should be. A man claims to have captured Bigfoot peeking in his window. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
This sounds like it's gonna be racist as fuck.
It's gonna be AI.
That's where your mind goes.
AI or
I have a photo on my phone that I can send you.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
So
Joke.
this is up in my neck of the woods. A man in Washington claims to have captured photos of, according to Strange World, the Bigfoot peering through his window. And I'm not. This is the picture that I pulled off of the article, and I don't have any explanation for it. If this is from a movie, fine, but it's not a movie I've seen. Here you go. This is the picture he snapped. And so somebody in Washington claims that this was looking in their window at them.
That's Chewbacca.
That's what I thought, right? Looks like Chewbacca.
Fuck out of me.
Well,
dude, if that was real, I would shoot first and ask questions later.
You guys don't think
I saw
Sasquatch
Arian
is
Henderson's? What are you talking about? You invited him in.
Hold on, you don't think? Hold on, you guys don't believe that Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever the fuck you want to call it, isn't real? You don't think that's not real?
Wait,
you don't think
I don't think it's not. You're gonna have to take out the double negative and tell me what you mean.
Take out the negative.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you believe that there is a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot?
Do I believe that it's possible, or do I believe it 100%?
Do you believe that it's possible?
Of course, I believe it's possible.
Okay. Okay, so I was listening to a comedian, yes, and it's a comedian, but he's a scholar and a comedian, okay? Jeff Dye. It's funny as fuck. I love Jeff Dye. To see Jeff Dye at the Improv in Irvine in, I think, August or September or some show.
Jeff Dye did one of my favorite shows where he took Henry Winkler, George Foreman, and William Shatner and Terry Bradshaw on vacation to Europe and Asia, and they fucking did like he spent a summer in Asia with those fucking 5 legends. That's the one we watched where they ate the surstrumming mat.
Yeah.
When they cracked the can, it made him throw up. Anyway, Jeff Dye, go ahead.
Anyways, so he was on a podcast and he was talking about how he believes that there is a fucking Sasquatch, there is a Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, whatever mythology you want to call this thing, because in backdated history, there were, I guess, evolved apes, like really big fucking apes. And he's like, why couldn't they still be living out there? There's so much of like the area that has not been explored or can't get to. Why wouldn't the fuck they live there? You go to the Amazon, there are animals in the Amazon rainforest because the Amazon is so vast you can't get to it, and there have been sightings of like really big gorillas, really big fucking animals, really big snakes. Like, how is that not possible? 100% fucking possible that there could be like an 11-foot fucking gorilla type of sapien humanoid fucking thing out there that didn't evolve quite all the way, you know what I mean? And is out there. And we're not saying it's a fucking, he's not saying it's a human. I'm not saying it's a fucking human. I don't think you're saying it's human. I think it's some type of fucking animal that can walk on 2 fucking feet. That's like a gorilla that has evolved a little bit, but didn't fully evolve into like something that could think and speak for itself. And I'm not saying I believe in evolution at any, that we evolved from fucking tadpoles or whatever, or the Big Bang. I'm saying that I think that evolution is a scientific fact, that there is such a thing as evolution, that things can change. We've seen things change. That why can't that be in an animal or a mammal? You know what I mean?
Okay, so I will go.
You a fucking idiot over here. Okay,
no, I'll go you one better. You guys know I happen to be a believer in the Bible. I also happen to believe that so far anything that the Bible says hasn't been proven false. Right? There's things we haven't proven true, but there are locations described in the Bible that scholars said, doesn't exist. Well, lo and behold, here we are constantly discovering shit. Just same thing with the giant panda. The giant panda was thought to be mythical. Do you guys know when the first giant panda has been around for 3 million years, supposedly? You know when the first giant panda was actually discovered?
I do actually.
1869.
I do. I was born in '75, and they found me.
1869. Literally, the Civil War was
oh.
over when they discovered the first giant panda. So and the giant squid was thought to be mythical until like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys because the Bible talks about giants, right? And
Anunnaki.
what?
The Anunnaki.
Well,
Those
yeah.
are
So
aliens.
anyway, so let's without getting into the aliens. Here's a samurai sword that was made in Japan. I like to present this, Your Honor, please, if I may, Marco, if I may, Your Honor.
You have the
Please
floor.
report.
You
I
have the floor.
present to you a genuine samurai sword that was made. It's called Odachi, I think, or Nodachi. It is a samurai sword that was made in. It estimates that it was made between 1185 and 1333. Okay.
Looks like a big fucking sword.
Well, so that's what Your
What's
Honor,
the thing on the
submit
top?
to you. I submit
What's the-
to you that sword has that picture of that
It's a
sword has no
regular-
scale. So
it's a
allow me
regular-
to present the picture with scale.
What was
I
the
thought
thing on the top?
I
The
thought that
silver
was
thing.
the-
Was that the
I
sword?
thought that was the regular katana blade was the one on top. Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
That is 15 feet long. What you're seeing is the handle and the scabbard in the lower portion, and the blade itself from inside the sword in the upper portion.
Jesus.
So now do you
Christ.
see it?
Oh yeah.
So, if Your Honor, if I tell you that at some point somebody in Japan made this between the years 1100 and 1300, it could be argued, right? It could be argued that this could have been for display purposes, right?
Right.
Okay.
Not then, dude.
So-
Materials were scarce.
So now, Chuck's right. Materials were scarce. Now, if I were to say to you that I present to you a mummified finger that has been confirmed to be human, okay? This is a mummified finger confirmed to be human, and I'm going to show you a picture of the mummified finger. I'll tell you what it is in a second.
Talk about mummified fingers. Do you guys remember CIA over in North Hollywood with the
Yes.
with the hand?
Yes,
No.
This is rad.
go ahead. Do you remember the thing, all the mummified shit they had? Oh, I thought you were going to talk about it.
Yeah, no, they had the fucking hand that they found when they were excavating that fucking place, and they fucking put it on display.
Yeah.
It's fucking smell.
So this was this mummified finger was found in Egypt by Gregor Spori. Does anybody want to guess when this mummified finger was found? What year?
Fuck, I mean, I'm trying to gauge from the picture. The picture looks like early '80s.
Well, it could be remastered, right?
Right.
Well, no, it doesn't matter when the picture was taken. When was it
when it
discovered?
was discovered. I don't know. You said in Egypt?
1808.
In Egypt.
Yeah, I was gonna say early 1800s.
Okay. That mummified finger was found in Egypt in 1988. Now,
Oh, I should have stuck to my original fucking idea.
Yep. The
Wait,
80s.
what did you say? The 80s?
Yeah, that's
1988.
originally, and then I changed it.
Now, I would like to once again present to you the same picture, but for scaled reference. That is a genuine human mummified finger. And if that is a genuine mummified finger, the person attached to it would have been 16 feet tall.
I was gonna say the hand, based on the finger where the guy was holding it. If that person's average height, then I mean the whole hand would be the person's torso. Just that's for
Well, yeah,
scale. That's
The
crazy.
finger itself is 15 inches long.
So
That's
like
a
a horse
finger.
stick.
Bro, I feel so bad for his girlfriend.
That's one big black.
Bro, dude, that's
Finger.
a cervical killer.
It's just mummified, Chuck.
a BB. You think that's a BBF? Is that what you're saying?
It's a BBF, bro. That's gonna
It's a
fuck your shit up, dude.
So I would like to present to you that
Like 15 inches?
in a world where those two things that I just showed you exists,
Nilezilla. That was his porn
The
name back in the
idea,
day.
and in a world where the giant panda wasn't discovered until the late 1860s. In fact, there is now a trail camera that has captured. We all thought the dodo was extinct, and yet a trail camera captured a dodo walking past it. Like
no,
No
Yeah.
shit. Where?
yes,
What's wrong with it?
This could be some fucking stupid.
I was gonna say
watch.
like 'cause the
No,
dodo-
It's gonna be some fucking stupid. It's gonna be some guy going like,
Chuck is like super sensitive.
he's
to
a
this.
fucking dude in the south, like walking past the trail cam.
No, it's not. I'm serious. Like I'm trying to find a video. Okay,
Not to
here
say
you go.
people in the south are fucking stupid. It's just they know
Here
how
you
to party and have a good time and do dumb shit. You know,
This
it
is
out there.
here you go. This is it. This is a wildlife camera. Look at that. That's a dodo. bird.
No fucking way.
Is that Florida? Because there's fucking iguanas out there.
No.
Those were fucking iguanas, dude.
Well, they have Marco. Can you please explain to Chuck where iguanas are found?
I'm sorry, I
Mina,
wasn't
mina.
fully paying attention where this was. So
Mina.
Like fucking iguanas, dude. That's Florida.
100%.
Mina.
Florida's the fucking Amazon, bro. Okay, where is this at?
Maybe
Yes,
Marco, am I
but-
biased
but-
from growing up next to you?
Oh my god, yeah, no, yeah. Look, I had two pet iguanas when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And they would talk shit all the time. They look down and talk shit and spit at you. So yeah, iguanas,
Iguanas
anything-
spit like a fucking
anything that's
wow.
tropical,
anywhere
anywhere that's tropical,
So
anywhere. So all the way down the fucking Caribbean, all the way down South America, iguanas.
I thought we would, as we're heading into the end, I thought I'd play. While you guys get your jokes together, I'm gonna play some fun stuff for you guys. The first is in the same vein. We were talking about cryptids. We're talking about Bigfoot. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I do.
Yeah.
I
got
do.
one of those fucking-
Yeah.
I mean, especially after spending summers in my grandparents' house, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
My
do.
grandparents' house was fucking haunted.
That last room on the
Right
right. That
Yeah,
last room on the
it was
right.
cold.
You just
Oh my God.
didn't go into.
All right,
You
check
had
it
to
out.
go into, but you didn't want to.
check it out. This was footage taken in Gettysburg in 2001. I'm leaving the audio on.
Okay.
Watch this.
Oh,
portion of the
moving
screen.
there.
Okay.
No, there's a motorcycle.
Watch for the little.
I don't see nothing down there. Can't be the motorcycles, honey.
I'm really curious what you guys think.
There's another sparkle. You see what I'm
What's
saying?
that?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Tree.
Guy moves.
No. You moved
Try and
it.
zoom in.
Right?
No, it won't let me.
Right there. See it?
Uh-huh.
Look.
You one?
There's nobody there.
Now this is 2001 with a handy cam.
Oh shit.
Look.
Whoa.
Isn't
Whoa.
it those people?
Can't be.
There's nobody.
Not up in the
down-
trees.
There's nobody down there no more. See?
The kid's smart. He's like, "There's nobody down there, Mom." Okay, so now with that in mind, this video was taken much more recently, and again, it's Gettysburg. Now, my father, for the record, has been to Gettysburg. He says it's one of the eeriest places on earth. And having been to Little Bighorn, I can attest that battlefields are very eerie. The people that have been to Normandy will tell you. Here you go. Gettysburg. See that?
Yes, this is one that I came across not too long ago, and I was like,
Little slow motion right here.
Is someone standing on top of that? Oh shit.
Chuck saw it.
God damn.
Right? I love that shit. Oh, we should save that for Halloween, damn it. But whatever.
there'll be plenty more. There'll be plenty
We'll forget
more.
about it by October. It'll be back up.
Forget about it
Well,
by next week.
I also want to show you, as you guys get your jokes together, I want to show you, Matt, did you find the one in the chat?
Yeah, we've already said it.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble there, buddy.
How about this one? This one is titled New York Crackheads Are Built Different.
No.
Oh my God, I've seen this one.
Ooh.
This is so good. I'm so happy for us right now.
Oh!
Oh shit, dude, hit and run.
And he took off too.
That nigga just knocked him over. My son, he just got slapped by a car,
Knocked
my
out of his
man.
pants. He's down to his chonies.
Damn. Oh, and he's out of socket. Out of
Cracking up in the
socket,
back.
my man.
3 days. Happy Easter, crackheads.
Out of here. I'd have been the first time he got paid.
That dude took a full blown car and popped back up like a cockroach.
I love the eyes. It's just doom,
Yeah,
big
right.
ass white eyes. And it's like, I'm up. What's up? I'm up. What's going on?
Now I will save. So I'm leaving this one. Just guys, remind me because you should be able to remember that. You ever wonder what happens if a lesbian pretends to be a man and tries to live as a man, and what she learns about how hard it is to be a man? I have a video that shows that.
Call that San Francisco. Anyways, what?
I haven't seen this one.
You've seen it, but
Yeah, I believe so.
what I wanted to share with you instead was a little bit of some instant karma. So here's some instant karma. I've got 2 left. This is instant karma from. This video just made me smile so much, and you won't just enjoy. Presented without comment. Here you go.
I've never hated another person more than I hate the person that I married. He goes to work. Yeah, his job's hard. Yeah, his hours suck. He works. That is all he does. Yeah, I don't work, but the amount of weight I carry, I can tell you why I've saved money. It's that simple. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. My husband left the night that I posted that original video.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
I've never.
So that was a woman complaining on social media how she hates her husband because he has it so easy that all he does is go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the video, it cuts to her saying, "My husband left me the day after I posted that video."
I'd appreciate it, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit we put up with that we will not talk about.
Yeah.
I wish I would have left when I fucking got told that. I was
I'm
told
sorry?
something similar to my fucking face. I was told I resent you because you have it so easy that you went through an academy and after 6 months you have a job that pays you really good money, or well, it was fucking shit back then, but this was a few years later, pays you really good money. And yeah, I'm resentful because I've gone through college and I still don't have a job and I have a master's degree. And I was like, you picked the wrong fucking master's.
Yeah.
Well, so in the same spirit of the crackhead conversation,
Hey, jealousy. That's fucked up, Chuck.
Yeah, that's true. Crackheads are built differently. And I want to present to you the only gay drag ninja crackhead John Wick I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
This is, I believe this is Netflix reimagining John Wick and rebooting the franchise. Here you go.
Right the fuck out. Any bitch think they gonna fucking play with me? I'm gonna ask that bitch to pull that. And guess what? If both of y'all think y'all gonna play with me at the same time, right the fuck out.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'm just impressed that he can do that in those boots.
In those heels, man. That's impressive.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you straight out. I'm like Chuck. I'm so impressed. I have nothing negative to say because I don't care like how when you talk about flare this, flare that, blah blah blah, over the top.
I'm just impressed.
I'm just fucking impressed because solid fucking
cool.
lands on all of those in the fucking heels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
but you still gay as fuck. But wow.
I don't know. I had this, dude. I don't know, but there was this kid when I was growing up, and he could do backflips like it was fucking crazy. And I was like, "Where'd you learn that?" He's like, "I just jumped backwards one day," and I don't
committed.
know. I've seen a lot. Yeah, he committed and he believed in himself. But I've seen a lot of people that look like that dude who can do fucking backflips like it's natural.
So I saw a video of
Crazy.
somebody teaching somebody else how to do backflips, like how to do a backflip or a side flip as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting, like the way that they went through it. I was like, oh man, like watching this video, I would have fucked myself up trying it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This video was around when I was younger.
Like they bend backwards like
you're like,
fucking
I
this,
100%
super
would've-
flexible.
I would have been a dumb. Yeah.
They sell the fucking like how to like practice, how to practice here on the ground and this way practice this, practice that, and like at the end it's like,
well, they make you think you can.
Right. Yeah, I would have busted my neck, but I would have done it.
yeah.
Meaning busted my neck, not completely. Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey,
oh yeah.
So, I have a friend that she's in the dating world, and she matched with somebody, and on like speed dating or whatever, and he was this nice little Jewish guy, and he said to her, "Hey, let me give you my number," and she said, "Oh, that's sweet, but we use names now."
I was gonna say, so he can do your taxes?
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We have not
We're
been
here.
here in a while.
We're here for it.
We're in
All
here
right.
for Big Joke Energy.
I got one for you.
You do?
Yeah, so this guy walks into a pharmacy and he goes up to the pharmacist and says, "Hey, I need condoms for my 12-year-old daughter." And the pharmacist is shocked and he goes, "Is your daughter really engaging in such activities?" And the dad says, "No, she just kind of lays there like her mother."
Oh,
fuck, dude.
Oh god.
Damn, I did not see that coming.
Neither did she.
That was
Wait,
incestual.
just keep going. Who's next? Doc, are you up?
What's the difference between hungry and horny?
What?
Where you stick the cucumber.
Oh.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right. Very
Marco,
San
are you
Francisco
up?
of you. No, I don't know. It's joke time. Go.
Do you guys see that I've decided how I want to be disposed of. I was gonna go with I wanted burial, like full honors, all that, and I'm like, nah, no, I don't want that. And I was gonna be cremated, but then like there's all kinds of other things with that. And I want to be environmentally friendly. And there's a biodegradable burial pod that when your body composts,
Yep.
it becomes a tree.
Yeah, you go into a little fetal position, guy. Yeah. We know.
And so you bury the pod. Like, I want my body put in a burial pod with a walnut tree so that people can eat my nuts forever.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I like everything about that.
Yes.
The only thing I would add is that I would honestly, I would have some kind of salt throwing system or something so they can be salty nuts.
Salty nuts, right?
Absolutely.
I could have the requirement that if you take my nuts, you have to salt them.
If you take my nuts and you roast them, you have to say they have to be salted.
Right.
They gotta be salted.
I love it.
Oh man.
All right. I got another one.
Yeah, what?
So this man and a little boy are walking through the woods one night, and the boy turns to the guy and says, "Mister, I'm scared." "You're scared?" The guy says, "I'm the one who's got to walk all the way back to the fucking car by myself."
Oh,
damn.
Oh fuck, dude.
It's so dark.
Wow,
Oh
that's
my
dark.
god. What the kill that kid, dude? Oh man. Oh shit! My neighbor's mad at his wife for sunbathing, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, personally, I'm on the fence.
Okay.
Do you guys know how deep a vagina is?
How deep?
Deep
I
enough
actually
for a
do.
man to lose his car, his house, all of his money, and sometimes his life.
Ain't that the fucking truth, dude?
I'm like, but are you wrong?
By the way, have you guys ever tried getting ChatGPT to give you offensive jokes?
Yeah, it doesn't work out
ChatGPT
that
is
well.
the biggest pussy in the world.
Yep.
So
We
I
got to use the dark web.
Have you
About
heard
what?
of Grok?
Oh yeah, I have the app on my phone. It's great.
Right.
That's Elon's baby.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey, how did Jews go to heaven?
Oh no.
Oh god. Go ahead.
Fuck.
Well done.
Oh shit. Oh my god. What's the number? First the numbers and then this.
Let's see. Okay, I just told Grok to give me some. This is what Grok thinks is offensive.
Okay.
My therapist says I have a fear of commitment. I told her I'm just practicing for the inevitable heat death of the universe.
What?
Yeah, it says,
That's
I
not a
understand
joke.
you're asking for offensive jokes, but I need to keep things within bounds of taste and legality. Instead of providing 110 jokes that could cross lines into harmful or inappropriate territory, I can offer a set of edgy, dark humor style jokes. No,
That
bro.
wasn't even dark humor.
Yeah,
No.
You need to go on the dark web.
I don't ever go on the dark web.
You go on the dark web, you will get an AI fucking that's crazy that will tell you the craziest fucking things ever. And it will track your location, take photos of you, and steal all your information. You know, my wife asked me to spoon in bed last night. Yeah, I told her I'd rather fork.
Yeah, you do.
Nice.
That's stupid.
So, let's see. We
And
had a
yet
list
truthful.
one in the chat. Why is the ocean so dark?
Why?
Black people can't swim.
Oh my god.
That was in the chat. There you are. Tattoo said that. Let's see. Dylan says, I was digging a hole in my backyard and I found a box of gold coins. I was about to tell my wife to come out and I was digging the hole.
Hey,
That's
what's the difference between an ISIS training camp and a Pakistani elementary school?
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. What?
I don't know, man. Just fly the fucking drone.
Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck. Oh shit. How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
How?
He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
So I went to the doctor's recently and he said, don't eat anything fatty. And I said, what, like bacon and burgers? And he says, no, fatty, don't eat anything.
Hey,
How did this?
go ahead.
sorry,
Go
go.
check. Go. no,
Okay,
you
how
start,
did
go.
the sperm cross the road?
How?
How?
I put the wrong sock on this morning.
Oh shit.
The happy sock. Hey, what's better than winning the Paralympics wheelchair race?
Oh, I know this one.
What?
Walking.
A woman's walking home with her 3 daughters, Rose, Lily, and Cinderblock. Rose asks her mother, why did you name me Rose? And the mother says, well, sweetie, when you were coming home from the hospital, a rose petal fell on your head. And so Lily says, wow, Mom, why did you name me Lily? Did you name me after a flower too? She says, yeah, when we were coming home from the hospital, a lily fell on your head. And her third daughter said,
Oh boy. Wow. Well, thank you for joining us in the locker room this week.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, that was fucking retarded.
Oh. All right. Well,
Remember, like, take it, like, dark humor is like a kid with cancer, right?
right.
They both never get old.
Oh shit.
Oh. Wow. All right. Well, let's
Wow.
finish strong. It's okay. We can finish strong. Thank you for joining us on the locker room today.
Tripling down.
That's going to be a locker room mailbag at gmail.com. It's going to be the phone number is going to be 818-280-9822. That's once again, it's 818-280-9822. Leave us a voicemail. Send us your emails, your requests, your jokes, comments, insults, and any topic or idea you want us to go after, break apart, or fuck up. You can also find us on TikTok at War Stories Official Pod. Please give us a like and a share. Dylan will love you, and stop beating us up for it because we always forget to do it. Sorry, Dylan, we love you. Sorry.
Is that one new?
Hey, there's only one more thing. We have just enough time for me to cover this topic thoroughly and as much as I want to talk about it.
I mean, yeah, go.
You ready? We have just enough time to talk about this very thoroughly and in depth.
Get in depth.
Dead.
Yeah, the Pope said. Yep. He died. Pope smoking. Hey, do you think they're smoking weed in there?
cream in the front plate, and that's what's coming out of the chimney.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
Fuck
not
off
bad.
that, motherfucker.
I put the wrong thing up there before.